Councillor Michael Savage, you're one of two SDLP candidates running in the Newry.ie and the local government elections. Do you want to start by telling us a wee bit about yourself first, please?
Yeah, well, I'm Councillor Michael Savage. I'm currently chairperson Newry Morningdown District Council, married to Noreen with 3 children, Caelan, Tara and Ella. I live up in Clog and I've represented the area since 2017. I'm very passionate about this city and its people, and I've worked hard on the ground, and I'm hoping to get re-elected in the election on the 18th of May.
One of the issues that has arisen within local government throughout the north is accountability, transparency and openness. And criticism has been levelled at the council. Where do you stand on that, you and your party?
Well, some people would say that too many items have went into committee in the last council term, and I have a tendency to agree with some of those things, but then when you go dig down into the sensitivities and the commercial sensitivities with some of the things, you can understand where officials are coming from. With that said, I think in the next term we collegiately as councillors have to work together to ensure we are as open and transparent about the decisions we make. Obviously there are sensitivities, and we do get legal advice that advises that we do need to go into committee, and sometimes that can leave us a bit hamstrung on what we can do as councillors, because if we do push on decisions that have sensitivities around them, we do potentially have the code of conduct looming over us, and that does in effect put pressure on councillors to adhere to the legal advice that's there. But it's something we need to work on. Our ratepayers deserve openness and transparency, but rest assured I as a councillor am very much for that and would advocate at every turn that our decisions are open and transparent, and as transparent as we can make them.
Big issue in Newry in the last number of years has been the park. Yep. Versus the council offices. Where do you stand on that, and where do your party stand on that?
Well, our priority has always been Newry City Park. It's evident every stage in the development of the park through council and the SPNR committee. You would know yourself that I have advocated very strongly for that and made proposals at every stage, including right up to getting the first phase of the park done. I'm delighted with 16.25 million now from the complementary fund. That's a business case that's just been approved, and we're now ready to move on in the delivery of that with the appointment of the various consultants for the delivery mechanisms that are required to get on with delivering the park. That's my number one and our party's number one priority. In relation to council offices, we will need new council offices, because I'm delighted as council chair to have signed off on the sale of Monaghan Row for the expansion of Daisy Hill Hospital, which is vital to our area. We now need to go through the necessary processes. I'm a Democrat. I have to live by the fact that the council has decided to put the civic centre where it is. I had my concerns about it, I still do, but hopefully we'll get through the processes that are there in relation to all the planning consultations and the public consultations that are required around that. Either way, we need to create a new home for the council in our city in Newry, and my view is that we need to get on with that as well. But our overriding priority has always been the park.
If you're re-elected, what do you want to do in the next term to improve Newry City?
Well, I think I want to build on what I've done in my year as chair, which has been reach out to the people. I want to create greater connectivity between the council at official level and at councillor level and the people who we serve, the ratepayers. I want to have more inclusivity in the decisions that we make, so it's very important that all the decisions we make are well consulted on. I was a strong advocate and pushed very hard for the consultation in the park. One of the most comprehensive consultation processes we've had in council. It was very successful, and we got real feedback from the public. So going forward, as we rebuild our city and regenerate our city, it's important that we bring our people and our business community with us every step of the way. So I think inclusivity, people feeling they're part of the decision making process. But it's very important as well that we get on top of the biggest challenge we face. That's the environmental challenge in our city, and we need to get on top of our processes in relation to getting our streets cleaned, getting our rivers and waterways cleared, and also the delivery of the special services that we have for meeting our targets for between now and 2030. It's very, very important in 2050, so we need to get on with that. I want a clean city, I want a vibrant city, I want a happy city, and I want a successful city economically. So those are my priorities in the next 4 years, and I think we've every opportunity with the regional city deal to build on that and to make this a city that's really on the up.
Finally, why should people vote for Michael Savage and the SDLP in this local government election?
Well, I think of somebody who can be trusted. I think the SDLP is a party that can be trusted. We've always been there for the underdog. We've always been there to fight for the most vulnerable in our society. I think I've led from the front of my year as chair as reaching out to those people who need to feel that they're part of our community here and need to feel that there's something to offer, and we appreciate them, and that we want to be here to support them every step of the way, be that the most vulnerable people in our society right to our business community. And I feel that greater connectivity with our business community and building a vibrant city that is creating wealth and lifting everybody in our city. My other what I'd also like to see improved on is the work that I've done on housing. I've been very focal on housing since I came into council, and there's nearly 1,000 houses that have come out of the ground in this city as a result of that. So I want to build on that, and I know that people, when they vote for me and vote for the SDLP, they'll vote for. In our case, we have a great team. I'm somebody with experience, and we'll be able to create that continuity of decision making from the previous council. But we've a superb candidate in Derry Finn who's running along with me, a young woman who's bouncing with energy and will bring great vibrancy to the chamber. And I think there's a potential there to create something of an SDLP dream team if we can get the two of us over the line. I would ask people to come out and vote for us as they're directed locally. In my case, it'll be Savage 1, Derry Finn 2, and the reverse in Derry's area. But I think people know what they get with the SDLP. They get a tried and trusted team and people who will stand up for them and stand up for the issues that matter to them, like Daisy Hill Hospital, like fighting the cost of living crisis and fighting for a better economy and a better way of life here in our city. On the 18th of May, I ask you to vote for a tried and trusted team, to vote SDLP 1 and 2, vote Michael Savage 1, Derry Finn 2. Thank you.